This recipe calls for only 3 ingredients: Oreo cookies, cream cheese, and tempered milk or dark chocolate. This recipe has been circulating online for several weeks, and it finally got our attention when someone turned this crunchy, smooth center into the shape of a football and suggested we serve it at our Super Bowl parties. This recipe can't get any easier than just taking our Oreo cookies, putting them in our food processor, and then adding the cream cheese. We take our 1 packet of Oreo cookies, put it in our food processor, and pulse it until it's nice and fine and fully integrated. Took about 20 seconds. When I look in here, it almost looks like coffee grounds. And we're going to add our 1 8-ounce packet of softened cream cheese. It looks like a really nice thick dough. So now I'm going to remove my blade, and we're going to refrigerate this mixture until it's completely chilled. The recipe calls for about 15 minutes. When we come back, we'll scoop the chilled dough into round balls, refrigerate them again, and then coat them in a wonderful dark chocolate, and then also another assortment in milk chocolate, and then decorate them like footballs. Our Oreo cookie cream cheese dough has been in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes. It's nice and chilled, and as you can see, it's about the consistency of children's Play-Doh. So we're going to shape this dough into bite-sized footballs, and that would be about 3/4 of an ounce. And I'm just going to make a little sphere and then give it a little pointy up around the edge. Obviously it can't be perfect, but something about like that. And we'll just set these here. Once we do the entire batch, once we make all of our shapes, then we'll put it back in the refrigerator to chill, and that will make them very easy to coat in our final coating, which I'm going to choose milk chocolate because it looks more like a football. So I'm just going to continue making my little bite-sized footballs. You don't want to make them too big because this is a very rich center. So make them the shape that you normally would a candy, and you'll be all set. And of course, these will get a little bit larger when we dip them in our milk chocolate. For our Super Bowl chocolate end zone, as we discussed, we're having several items. We've already finished our caramel corn, our crunchy nut caramel corn, while our football Oreo cream cheese dough mix is in the refrigerator chilling. We're going to move ahead and do the other 2 items on our buffet, which will be double stuffed, double dipped Oreo cookies and dipped strawberries laced up like footballs. But this is a 2-step process. Our first step is going to be to coat each one in a little bath of dark chocolate. So we have our tempered chocolate. Remember, we use real chocolate at the Gourmet Candy Maker, so it always has to be tempered. And ours is in perfect temper. I've tested it. We are good to go. I'm going to do the fruit first. And normally, I wouldn't dip this small of an amount in this big a batch of chocolate because there are chances of the crumbs getting into my chocolate, but I'm going to be extra careful, and I think that we'll be just fine. So to dip our strawberries, the first dip is to give it a nice coat, leaving the red on top, just so you know it's a real beautiful strawberry, a real and beautiful strawberry. So each one of these is going to get its first coat in the dark chocolate or semi-sweet. Now obviously this is totally up to you. You could use milk chocolate, but it has to be one of the darker flavors to coat it because we're going to be decorating with the white chocolate, so that needs to show. I've rinsed my strawberries and patted them dry because, as we remember, water and chocolate don't mix. If you have water drops left over on your fruit, it will ruin the chocolate. It won't temper and will be a mess. And then for the Oreo cookies, I scrape off a bit on the bottom. And we're just going to do this with every single cookie. Just like this. This can go very quickly. I would not suggest that you need a dipping fork. It's really nice to be able to feel the cookie. You can hold it very gently. It helps you control how much chocolate you have on it. We'll put it in the refrigerator very quickly so that they chill, and then the Oreo cookies will get a topping coat, which we're going to use milk chocolate as the topper so that it's a little closer to the color of a football. And then on top of that, we'll do our decorating with our real chocolate, premium chocolate tempered white chocolate. For now, we're going to put these in the refrigerator. They're going to chill. And when we come back, we'll do the second coat of our Oreos and begin our decorating. Our Oreo cookies have been in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes. They're completely firm. So the way we do this is we just take the top, we put its little noggin right in the chocolate, give it a nice twist, make sure that it's all completely covered. Simple as that. We just put them right back on the cookie tray where they were. This is the same chocolate that I use to dip our truffle or Oreos and cream cheese footballs. It's still in temper. Making this assortment for your Super Bowl party is really, it's efficient, it's fun, it's easy, and you'll end up with a lot of taste variety. You'll have the crunchy cookies, you'll have delicious fruits, you'll have your nut crunch caramel corn, which I think is incredible. Okay, so here's the second topping of our Oreo cookies. Our strawberries are great. They're good to go for their decoration. We're just going to leave everything on the cookie sheet, return it back to the refrigerator for a few minutes, and then when we come back, we'll do our really fun decorating, which is lacing up each item to look like a football. Our little Super Bowl candies are now completely firm. They've been in the refrigerator for about 15 to 20 minutes, and we're ready to put the finishing touches on each. The theme we're going to use is the football lacing. So I have just a basic plastic decorating bag with a tip, but you don't need a tip. You can just take the bag and snip the edge right off, or the little point off, make it as thick or thin as you want. I just happen to have a tip this time, so I'm going to use it. Gives me a little more control. So the design that I found on most of the cake decorating sites that I've looked at is just the end piece, or the round part of the football, and then that little stitching that's right in the middle. And there we go. And then our little actual footballs, how cute are these? I just do this and then give it a couple of little laces. It's just all a suggestion, that's it. These will be so cute on our table. Just a nice little suggestion at the bottom and a nice little thing at the top, and then our lacing. We'll do this again. So this is just one more little idea that you can have for your party. A really nice treat for your guests, and also a really nice gift. If you're going to someone else's house and you'd like to take a little hostess gift. Decorating these, we're using the theme of the football, but you could use the team's names, you could use your favorite player's number. For example, if you happen to be a fan of TiVo, then you would just use the big number 1 like this. Once all of our chocolates are decorated, they go back in the refrigerator to completely chill, and then they'll be ready to put on your platter, on your dessert table, however you want, just in time for your Super Bowl game. My name is Lynn, your gourmet candy maker. Have a wonderful time on Super Bowl weekend, and until next time, bye for now. The Gourmet Candy Maker would like to give you a gift, a complete video series on the most frequently asked questions about gourmet candy making. Go to www.gourmetcandymaker.com and download your series absolutely free.